Hello, I'm James Heaney. And it's day 3 of VEDA. It's April 3rd. My dog's barking in the other room because she smells pizza. Hopefully she will stop. I had her in here and she was barking at me. I'm not sharing my pizza with her at all. In fact, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to eat this entire pizza all to myself. Not sharing it with anybody. Okay? I hope that's not a problem with you. I already know it's a problem with Bunker. Shh! She doesn't understand. I've got a goal. This is a minor step into something that is a international phenomenon. In Korea, South Korea, I believe, I'm not an expert. Punker, I'm making a video! Anyways, I believe it's South Korea. It's really popular for people to go into streaming services and to watch somebody eat a giant meal. Now, I was told that they're eating a meal that would feed a family. This wouldn't feed a family. At best, this would feed me and my girlfriend, but I'd probably be cutting little tiny pieces that were a little bigger and showing the pizza one. The smaller piece I'd show closer, and the bigger piece I'd show further, just to try to sneak it by her. And I'd take the big piece, because I'm a hungry man. I'm a big boy. I'm growing. My arms are still growing. Look at that. They're growing, growing, growing. I think the dog understands now. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm about to eat. As soon as I take a bite, I'm not going to deal with this dog in the background. Good. All right. So, this is not the case today, but I plan on not streaming on Twitch unless I can play some game at the same time, but streaming on some streaming service, me eating a meal that would serve 5 people. Sure, it's overindulgent, but apparently it's entertainment. And I thrive on being on the cutting edge, the wild, wild west of entertainment. If people are live streaming, overeating, me too. This isn't that impressive. I mean, this is not at all, the same thing, because this is not live streamed. This is pre-recorded. Or not. I mean, this is being recorded live. There's no extra takes. I didn't make a second pizza. If I did, I'd be eating that one too. Because part of it is, I may be wrong, there's very little I know about Korea in general, north or south. Now, here's what I know. I hope this doesn't come across as racist. I don't think it would. But I know that people from South Korea are extremely good at StarCraft. Sorry if that's offensive. It's what I've been told by people I trust, because they're also good at StarCraft. And they say things like, people from South Korea are good at StarCraft. So I just say, okay, it's coming from somebody that's good. Now, secondly, and this sounds crazy. It's probably not true. It's still something I've heard. That the reason they're so good at StarCraft is they can type faster than bullets can spray. Like it's like fast. It's like they almost break the sound barrier. Maybe not, but like almost. Like you're not hearing sonic booms, but you can feel the sound waves pulsating in the room when they're playing StarCraft. my dog coughed because I think she was like, bullshit. Ooh. Anyways, and the other thing I know is about North Korea, and it's only everything that I saw in the Vice episode, which was crazy. Vice made a documentary. They do, I don't even know if you can call it a documentary. It's like a news program that specifically focuses on a topic. Like them or not, I don't care. I like it. It's entertainment. I believe that they're trustworthy. I feel like they come at it at a really good angle. They brought the Harlem Globetrotters to, I think it was the Harlem Globetrotters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Harlem Globetrotters to North Korea, because I guess there's the Kim Jong-un is a big fan of basketball, and they had like this big spectacle there. And in order to, I don't know if it was trick them, but in order to bribe them into letting American journalists come, they brought the Harlem Globetrotters for a display. I don't know if my mouse cursor was on there the whole time. So, they went into North Korea, and it was very bizarre. You should watch it. It's you can get it on HBO. It's one of the things. Punkert, I am in the middle of a story, and you are interrupting me. And they go and they look around North Korea, and they're given a tour, but it's obviously a very curated tour by the authorities of North Korea. And they go into a workplace where everybody is sitting at a computer, but nobody's working. They're all staring at desktops. This isn't even funny. This is actually sad. There's one person working. There's one person doing something. And the tour guides are like, let's talk to somebody random. Let's talk to Stanley. Stanley works here. It's obviously his name wasn't Stanley. I don't remember what the name was. I don't know if it should be obvious that his name wasn't Stanley. I'm sure there's somebody named Stanley in North Korea. I made up that name because of the Stanley Parable, and I think of a person at an office that, the Stanley Parable. If you don't know that game, you should play it. It's a lot of fun. So they talk to him, and he's just like, man, it's great to work in North Korea. It feels so free. And they're like, what's freedom like? He's like, it's like this. That's free. Now, again, I completely butchered what really happened in that, but it was a bizarro thing. Then they take him to a store, and in this store, they have, like, all of the shelves look like they're stocked, but there's only 2 of everything. It's really weird. They make it's so fake. Like, if you push the boxes away, there's empty shelves behind it, like you're on some sort of movie set. And the documentary goes further than that. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but it's pretty cool. If you have the access to HBO, you might be able to get it. I know Vice has a lot of stuff online. I read their news a lot. That you might be able to access that from the internet. So, I know those things, and I also watched or listened to an NPR radio thing when I was on my way to an audition one day. And they were talking about this phenomena. Phenomena? Well, anyways. In South Korea, people live stream and make thousands of dollars live streaming them eating giant meals for like 5 people. And it's like noodles and stuff like that. And part of what makes it like them better, like what separates the good from the bad. People tune into my streams because I'm an extraordinarily skilled gamer. I've got the aim of a werecat and the speed of a cheetah. All right. Well, if you're live streaming binge eating, what you want to be live streaming is good slurping sounds of noodles so that people can hear it, and also the ability that you're chatting with people in the thing. And they make good money. So what I'm saying is I'm going to become a South Korea phenomenon. I'm going to start eating huge meals. I don't know what, though. I could eat a lot of pizza, but I've only finished 1 piece. And I've started a 2nd piece before I finished it. I should have live streamed this. Maybe I'll start. wouldn't be hard. Nah, I won't. So what kinds of things could I eat a huge amount of? Well, pizza's one of them. Pizza is definitely one of them. Tacos. I can eat lots of tacos. Sometimes there's a place called Cabo Cantina. There's two of them. There's one in the Promenade near the theater I teach at and perform at. There's one in Marina del Rey, really close to the beach, closer to where I live. And they have Taco Tuesdays. And it's all the tacos you can eat for $5. And I can eat a lot of tacos. I haven't tried to keep track of how many tacos I've had before. And I'm not trying to say that I could set a record. I'm just saying I could eat 5 people's worth of tacos easily. If we're looking for a number of a family of 5 eaten by one person, I can do it. And sure, it's wasteful. And yeah, I feel guilty. There's a lot of people that can't eat like I do. I mean, it's not like this pizza cost me $3. It's on sale. What I would do is I would just look at what the suggested serving size is. Oh, servings per container, 4. That's good enough. This is a family pizza. Wow. I guess that just goes to show how American really I am, because from what I've heard, serving sizes overseas, in like Europe, if you get a large Coke, it's like 16 ounces. You get a large Coke in America, it's like 64 ounces. You gotta pull a truck up in order to get the keg of Coca-Cola into your truck. So I guess overseas, this is probably, it probably would fill a family up because they're used to that. But I've been binge eating. It doesn't seem like binge eating, but I guess so. Since a long time ago. I mean, definitely since I was in high school, I would take a pizza like this and eat at least half for a meal. Would I eat the entire thing? I could. I usually wouldn't. I mean, typically I'm eating with people. That's not actually true. I mean, in high school, I was usually eating with people. Because if I was at home, I was eating with my family. If I was at school, I was eating with my friends. In college, pretty much the same story. Now that I'm an adult, sometimes I do eat by myself. But I don't really eat that. I eat huge meals, but I don't eat many meals. This is the first thing I've eaten today, and it's probably going to be the entire day's worth of food. Okay. It definitely would have been the only thing I ate today if I ate it in 2 pieces. Like, 2 time periods. Like, half of it now, half of it later. But I wanted to just test out my abilities. Like, I'm gonna go pro league eating soon. When? I don't know. Maybe next week. I gotta do a little research on it. I gotta figure out where people are marketing this. I mean, I've heard South Korea. And I guess the reason is, never even got to that, And I don't know these things. I'm just trusting the people on NPR. But I guess it's very common to live alone, have very small, places to live, which I can relate to. I'm sure it's much smaller than here. And you don't have company. And when you sit down and eat by yourself at night, you want to join somebody online. And these people are eating, but they're also commenting and talking to the people that are in the chat, which is just like, video game streams. Except they're not playing games. They're eating food. All right, I'll admit it. I'm not hungry anymore. I've far past hungry. Am I full? I probably am full. I don't feel full yet because, I'm not racing through the pizza, but I'm eating fast enough that it's not hitting my stomach before the next piece comes in. As soon as you take a break from eating, that's when you're going to feel full. When I'm eating pizza, like right now, I'm going to eat the whole thing, so I'm going to do this. And any time that I know I'm going to eat the entirety of my pizza, if I think I'm going to have extra to throw away, which, let's be honest, I'm not the kind of guy that throws pizza away. But if I was in that situation, I wouldn't eat like this. But in this situation, what I'm going to do is this is the last piece, so I'm going to eat the crust first. It's not because I like the crust better, like some snooty hipsters out there that are like, the crust is so good, I'm going to put the crust in my mouth. No. It's because I'm a realist. I'm going to eat this crust sooner or later. Now, do I want the last thing in my mouth of this pizza to be the crust? No. It's not stuffed crust. It's not some sort of pretzel crust or cheese-filled or anything like that. It's just crust. It's hard, crunchy bread. It's not bad, but it's not pizza. It's not delicious pizza pie. So I'm going to get out of the way so that the last pieces I remember of this pizza are going to be dreamy. I feel confident that I'm going to be able to finish this task. I had an audition today that I had to agree two things. First of all, I can't say what it's for. I'm really not supposed to talk about it at all, but I don't think I'm going to get caught, especially if I don't say what it's for. But, in this audition, I don't think it's for me. They were looking for hipsters. Am I a hipster? That's your call. I used to be a hipster back before everybody else was doing it, but it got old. Nonetheless, they were looking for hipsters, which so last year for me, if you ask me. But they were looking for hipsters with beards. And in the commercial, they're talking about a hipster growing his first beard. I'm clearly not growing a beard. I get a mustache. So in there, they ask you, A, are you okay with having macaroni and cheese thrown at your face on set? And I said, you know, I have no shame. You could throw it at me now, and I'd continue the audition. And then it was, do you mind shaving? So, I mean, money's money. I don't want to shave, but if somebody's gonna give me money, okay, I will. Everybody else at this audition had like beards, like really big beards, but they weren't like. They actually were. I didn't realize that's what the hipster beard was. I picture hipster beards having like a mustache that curls and maybe like a pointy beard. Like, I don't know. These guys had Grizzly Adam beards. I was jealous. I don't get jealous often. And some of them were not okay with shaving their beard, which is understandable, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if I was getting so much work that I could say no to shaving my mustache, I would. But there was, and when I say some of these guys, there was one guy that was like, yeah, I'm sorry, can't cut it. And so he walked away from the audition, which is fine. What are you going to do? I don't blame him. So thanks for tuning in. This is VEDA Day 3. Now, be honest, there's a chance that there's going to be pre-recorded videos up for tomorrow and the next day. Now, I'm going to put those up, and additionally, I'm going to try to make original content. And I said, a video every day in April. Period. Going to hold my end of the bargain. So, there's going to be videos that go live. There's going to be videos that were recorded that might not go up the same day. Because I'm going to be in the mountains. I'm going to be in the Sequoia National Park with my dog and my girlfriend. Crossing my fingers that I get internet service. Because God knows I can't survive without a Wi-Fi connection. Even for 2 days. No way. So hopefully it'll be seamless, giving you some videos from the Sequoia National Park, but just in case, I'm going to put some small, nice little videos up that go live. Alright, bye-bye.